I am enjoying my ginger tea with a couple of things that I realized. After a stupid YouTube porn drama fabricated by a couple of numbnuts here, I thought I would take a break and come here to relax and regroup. After a few months, I find myself locked down here still, and also finding the same numbnuts and collectnuts haven't changed at all on YouTube. They still talk about the same porn crap, the same drama, the same disinformation, confusion, ignorance, misjudgment. I mean, everything opposite to edification. They still kind of are in their pathetic states of mentality and conscious level, if they have any. Self-claiming quote-unquote Christians still hanging around the wicked unbelievers, still dogging on others. No wonder. No betterment whatsoever, no increase at all. It is true that God never gives increase to these tares and wicked. Yeah, I'm like, whatever. Let them be whatever foolish they are. It's their own hell they will have to live under anyway. Now compare life here now and in California where I was. Surely there are not much here, but there are more than in California. What I mean is that not because there are things here, trust me, there are not much here. Things are even more expensive than in the States, but I find more in simpler things. I don't drive here, so there is no insurance nor registration fee. In the States, I have to drive to get a piece of whatever, but here things are just across the street. And because of the virus, things are more expensive here, even more than when I was in the States sometimes. But I find myself spending more for others than myself. In California, whatever I spent, it was mostly for me, but here are mostly for others and other things. I find more pleasure doing such, it seems. But I just want to do more for them. It's just that sometimes it's not so easy. You know, I'm not a millionaire. I'm a very poor man. But one thing I found is that even though I don't spend much for me, but for others, I feel I have more here to offer than in the States. When I think back, I feel I wasted so much time in the States. And I'm not just talking about money either. The time wasted to make daily living in the States, I would like to catch up here. But even that is my prerogative, but maybe it's a privilege because I bet not many can know nor do what I am talking about. Life here is so different, but I find myself so relaxed and fitting because maybe because life here is more like day to day, whether you have it or not, today is today. And maybe because not many have it for tomorrow here. What Christ said, sometimes, many times, comes to my mind, like in Matthew 6:34. Take therefore no thoughts for tomorrow, For the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. I guess today is enough and tomorrow is just too much. Matthew 24:22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Oh, yeah, indeed, it will be shortened, as it is written. But until it's shortened, we are to endure to the end. Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. And if you are saved because you've endured, it's because of the elect's sake. Only problem I see that is going on to be harder for those who still have it easy, because those who haven't gone through hardship, they will not be able to endure. And if they cannot endure, that pretty much also means that they will not be saved the same. I know it will especially be hard for some, not just because they've not gone through the hardship, but they've lived so long for themselves. Even just a little hardship, they will give up. Whereas if you know to endure, you will be saved. In the States, many times, I see that many people cannot even endure for themselves. How can they endure for others in that case? They are busy judging people unrighteously, of course, according to their own self-righteousness and liking, and interpreting everything from their own standard point of view. So, without much reason, they hate and unrighteously judge others. No tolerance for these guys. But in the end, they'll have to find themselves not being able to endure without forbearance. These guys can never endure and therefore be saved.